guys, welcome to another live stream. Sorry for screwing up the link to the YouTube. I had some problems with Restream, but I think we are some people here who have found their way here. I'm also live on X and TikTok, so I will try to look at look at that and see if we got any comments. If you have any chats, or sorry, if you have any questions, just write it in the chat, and I'll get to it. Sound works all right. Hello, Stanislas. Welcome to this live stream. I'm live the first Sunday every month at 7 p.m. Today I'm going to go through the results of May. I'm going to look at which algos has performed best, which has performed worst. I'm going to look at a few specific algos and the results of those algos. Look into some of those algos specific traits. And yeah, I'm here for a Q&A. So if you have any questions regarding our products, about algo development in general, or whatever, just send your questions in the chat, and I will get to them as soon as possible. All right. So yeah, what happened in let me get to the questions first. I got a question from AlgoTrader. He say, why can't we develop AS on range bars and ticks charts? AS, that doesn't ring a bell for me. AS. What is AS? Please let me know. Hello, John. Welcome to the live stream. Oh yeah, why you can't develop automatic systems on tick charts? Is that the question? I know you can't develop algos on tick charts, and you can't develop it on 1 second time frames, I believe. Hi Trond, welcome to the live stream. Just before this live stream, I was actually testing a few new ideas. Perhaps I could start with one of those. I was testing a strategy that would go long whenever you got a when the index is reaching a 85-day high. So I just posted that on ProRealAlgos.com for the DAX 40 index. So the strategy, which I can bring up here, is quite simple. Let me start with that. I found it to be quite interesting and quite surprised how well it worked. So if you go to ProRealAlgos.com/blog, you will be able to find a lot of free strategies there. Strategies that you can use in your own algos, in your own trading and whatever. I wouldn't recommend you to run them just as is, because they are missing stop losses, target profits, and general risk management kind of features. But it's a good start to develop your algos out of. So start at ProRealAlgos.com/blog, and you will find quite a lot of interesting edges there. And I will show you the latest one, the one going long whenever the index reaches its 85-day high. Let's see. Here we go. All right, here it is. It's quite simple. As I said, it's just enter a long trade whenever DAX 40 makes a new 85-day high. Exit that same trade whenever DAX 40 makes a 85-day low. This is how it acts. It will go long. These channels here are downtrend channels, showing you the highest index on the top bar here, on the top line here, is the highest index price in the last 85 days. So it will go up as price goes up. So whenever the price exceeds or makes a new 85-day high, you will go long, and then you exit that trade whenever the price goes down to the 85-day low. And here are the results. Quite amazing, I would say. It's only 33 trades, but look at this equity chart. No major drawdowns. I've tried it with a number of different day periods. So 85 days works well. I think 115 days works well as well. And so on. You can get the code by scrolling down and just copy and paste it into your own ProRealTime and run it. What I just noticed before this live stream is how well it works on the SP500, but with a different value. So here is that same strategy to go long whenever the price reaches its 107th day high. So whenever price reaches a new high like this, so at this point here, the index is reaching its highest point in the last 175 days. So it enters the trade here, and it follows the trend all the way up until the price goes below the 170th low. So quite easy strategy. It works well on other indexes as well, but I just found out that it works quite well on SP500 with the 170 value. Yeah, so Algo Trader asked why we can't develop algos on the tick chart. So on this ProRealTime, I don't even have access to ticks, even seconds. I only have access to days on the SP500. But usually you do have access to the tick chart here, and what people might notice, might have noticed, is that algos can't be started on tick charts, I believe on 1 second charts, and not on 5 second charts. I think you can build algos and start them for any time frame from 10 seconds and above. So yeah, I did that mistake myself. I developed an algo for 1 second or tick charts and was going to start them and just noticed that it didn't. I can't tell you why. I don't know why it doesn't. Probably I would guess that it's due to the fact that ProRealTime is not that quick in its order executions. So if you would build a algo that works on the tick chart, I would say it's one of the most important factors is that you have a platform that is able to trade quickly and to get you the actual price that you want. So anything lower than 10 seconds would probably mean too much of a slippage, and that's probably the reason why. I think there are platforms that do support it, but ProRealTime doesn't, and I can't give you the official answer, but that's just a guess from my part. All right, you may look to your sound settings. The sound is quite soft. Maybe there is a normalized setting which will make your voice over. That's a good pointer. Trond, I will look into it. Let me see. The problem with doing live streams once per month is that you don't really get used to it. So whenever you do live stream, you have to like set up everything and make everything work. But the sound should be okay. Yeah, I think the sound is alright, but I will look into it for next time. why can't we use volume value? Sorry, what is the VWAP? I can't remember the actual name of it. VWAP. Volume weighted average price. Yeah, that's is the name of the VWAP indicator. I think one of the issues using that indicator is the fact that in ProRealTime you don't really have access to volume for that many years. In this ProRealTime I'm actually running it from the ProRealTime.com website, and that gives me access to volume. But if you are using IG, which is required to run algos, I don't think you get access to volume for more than like a year or so. I can't, it depends on which index, but if you would like to build something using volume as a parameter in your algos, it's quite hard to do that using IG. But I'm not sure why you shouldn't be able to start an algo with any like volume indicator or whatever. I think that's possible, but I haven't tried it myself. The reason for that is, yeah, I like to backtest all my strategies on loads of data. And if you can't get access to volume, you don't know how the algo is going to perform once you start it. You can use VWAP in automatic strategies using coding, but you can't use it in the wizard. Let me check. I haven't used the wizard for long, but okay, so I'm not myself using this wizard, but you can choose to either create your system by coding, or you can use it by a wizard. And what you do is you just click on any one of these boxes, and if you would like to add a new stop, you click this box. If you want to add conditions to enter a long positions, you click this box, and so on. But if I click on that and add the VWAP to the chart, I don't see that it was added, was it? Oh yeah, by the end of the okay, looks pretty weird. As I said, I haven't used this wizard before, but you're supposed to be able to click the VWAP price, but it doesn't look like it possible. Oops. I don't know. Sorry about that, Algotrader. I don't know, but okay, it doesn't work on the daily time frame. Let's try something else. Okay, I don't get access to anything less than 1 day for this index, so I can't show you that. I could start my other ProRealTime. Let me do that. VWAP. Volume. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here we got the VWAP indicator. It's a black line here. I could increase the size of it a little bit. Okay. So let's see. Let's try to create a system with the VWAP. New by. Okay, doesn't seem to work. Yeah. So what you do here is you click add, and then you like click whatever indicator or whatever oscillator or whatever you have added to the chart, but it doesn't seem to be able to click on the volume weighted average price. I don't know. So the wizard here, I would have never myself built an algo using this wizard, so I would suggest that you use it by coding instead. This can be a good start first time you're building an algo. Let's say that you want to like open a position whatever price is over 12,112, and then you want to sell that position whatever price is above 12,556. You click OK, then you go back to creation by programming, and it will have created those entry conditions and the code for you. And then you could just add whatever else you want to add here, like RSI 14 should be 55 or whatever. It could be a good start to understand how the code works, but I wouldn't suggest using wizard. Yeah. All right, so let's do one more thing. So I showed you the code that enters a trade whenever it reaches a new high, and I would like you to show that for you in this new index. This is US 100 M2. It's the US Tech 100 cash, and it's on the 2-minute time frame. And here is the code. So what this code does is, the first line here is saying that whatever we are already in a trade, we are not allowed to enter a new trade. So accumulate orders are equal to false, so it will not enter multiple trades when we are already in a trade. Then I defined an upper band by saying that should be the highest price of the last 85 bars, and the lower band is the lowest price of the last 85 bars. And the code here is entering a trade whenever close is equal to the upper band, and it's exit that trade whenever the close is equal to that lower band. And we can quite easily test which value, which number of bars is the best for the US Tech 100 cash on the 2-minute time frame. What you do is you add a variable name. I'm going to set it to X. I go into variable optimization here. I add that label to the optimization engine, and then I set a min value, a max value, and a step interval. And what this does is let's say that I set this from 100 to from 1 to 200 with a step interval of 1. What this will do when I now run the backtest optimization is that it will find the best value for X with these settings. So it will test this strategy with value 1 in this field here, value 2, value 3, value 4, and so on up to 200. Let's see if we can actually build something here that generates some returns. I could also try to increase the screen size a little bit. Alright, so this can take some time depending on how many bars you are having open in your chart, and also how many different variations you are using in the optimization engine. So we have now got to 16% of the total optimization. I can already now select any one of these and it will show in the chart. So let's select the version where the value is of X is 30. That's the one on the top here. And we can see how that performs from 2019 until today. And I will also actually add the don't trend channels to the price. Okay, I think this takes a little bit too long time. I need to deselect the number of units, go down to perhaps 100,000 units. It will go a lot quicker then. Alright, let's re-optimize it. Let's add a EWAP indicator. Sorry, let's add the function channels. All right, here we go. So the best value to use on the US Tech 100 cash on the 2-minute time frame is to go long whenever we have a I would say 28-day high. There are a number of different values here which provides a number of different gains, but what I like to look at more than just the total gain is the average gain, as well as the max drawdown. So I would like to have as small max drawdown as possible and as high average gain as possible. So I would probably suggest that this one is the best, and that is going long whenever we have a 28 bar high. So whenever the price reaches its 28-day high, it will go long. Let me show you how that looks. Okay, here we go. Here's the chart. We have a system that have a 39.6% win rate and a 1.18 profit factor. So that's not very good, but at least we have 6 positive months out of 7, If we look at the weekly chart, it looks a bit worse. The equity chart looks, the equity line looks all right. It's has its drawdowns. The max drawdown is 716 euros. The total gain is 2,300 euros, and that is back from November 2023. So this is something you can play around with. You can use a number of different values, test it on a number of different indexes and so on. But I think it's a quite interesting idea to just go long whenever it reaches a new high, and then exit the trade once the price goes down below the 28-day low. Sorry, the 20A range, 20A bar low. So yeah, that's it. Let's see if we have any other friends. Sorry, any other questions? I'm reading while I'm speaking. What is the best strategy to day trade a ranging market? Best strategy to day trade a ranging market. Well, it would probably be something using VWAP. Let me see if we can bring something up. Something that trades the mean of that ranging market. We haven't really had a ranging market in the last few months, but maybe on a smaller time frame. Let's see. I would suggest using something with volume, perhaps looking at something using average true range, and try to define which is the mean of that ranging market, and whatever the price exceeds a certain percent from that mean, then you enter a position in the opposite direction. So let's say that the mean for US Tech 100 in that range is 18,500, and you define that the range is let's say between 19,000 and 18,000. I would then, of course, it's quite easy to say in hindsight, but to enter that long trade around 18,000%. Use that in combination with volume. If volume is declining in the trend, if volume is declining once the price is going up, then you should consider going short. I don't have any specific strategies in mind for a ranging market, but that's something I could look at some point. All right, a lot of talking. Let's go to the results of May. As you know, April was quite hard. We lost 5,300 euros or something like that. That is with minimum position size. So that's the data point here. We had an all-time high in the start of April. And we lost around 5,000 euros, and then we made approximately 50% of what we lost in May. So 50% of what we lost in April, we made in May. So we are now close to all-time high again with the latent positions going into June. We have approximately 2,500 euros in latent gains. We made approximately 2,000 euros in May, which means that we are quite close to the all-time high. The best performing algos this month was the prime algos. The worst performing algos this month were the US 100 algos as well as the gold algos. We have two gold algos that are trading gold on a swing trade basis, and both those algos lost quite a lot this month. Let me show you exactly which were the top 5 algos, and also I can bring it up on screen. There we go. Yeah, so the top 1 algo was Prime DAX M3 with a gain of 740 euros. The second best algo was CAT DAX M10 with a gain of 720 euros. The third best algo was another DAX algo with a gain of 633 euros. That was the Prime DAX M3B. Then we have a CATS SP500 M15 algo with a gain of 562 euros. And lastly, on fifth place was a fourth DAX algo, the Prime DAX M15 with a gain of 514 euros. So the DAX algo had a big part of the recovery of May. And as I mentioned, we are approximately 2,500 euros in latent gains going into June. Here are all latent positions. All 9 positions are long. 3 of them are running on the DAX market. 1, 2, 3, yeah. And 2 of them are running on the US 100 algos. So US 100 market, sorry. And we have a double trade here for some reason. I need to look into that. And lastly, we have 2 SP500 positions. All 9 positions are long. So let's hope for a bullish start of next week. And yeah, if you are interested in seeing which are the top 10 performing algos, go to our results page. You will find it on under this Algo Trader tab here. Click on that, and then you click on results here. And it will bring you to this page where you will find the results of all individual algos. You will find the results per month, win rates, top 10 performing algos, and so on. And yeah, again, let me show you the free strategies. I would really like you to check them out. If you go to ProRealAlgos.com/blog, we are publishing a lot of strategies here. They are free. It's something for you to work out of for your own strategies. Just in the last couple of months, I think we have published 20-25 strategies or something like that. We're currently looking at the DAX 40 market. We have SP500 strategies, CAC 40 strategies, OMXS 30, gold, and whatever else. So please check that out. You can use it in your own algos, in your own day trading, and whatever. And one thing that binds all these strategies, what's the one common thing with all these strategies is that they are very, very simple, meaning that we don't have a lot of code. The code is usually 10, 8, 13 rows or something like that. So it's quite easy to understand, and it's quite easy for you to add them, implement them to your own trading systems. So please check that out. Do we have any other questions? GMMA. Algo Trader, you are dropping indicators here. I don't recognize the GMMA indicator. Let me Google that. Guppy multiple moving average. It's a technical indicator that aims to anticipate a potential breakout in the price of an asset. Okay, sounds interesting. I've not heard of this moving average. I've tried, the simple moving average, exponential moving average, weighted moving average, whatever. There are, I think, 9 different moving averages included in the ProRealTime software. Let me check. But the Guppy moving average is something I haven't heard of before. The GMMA consists of short-term group of MAs and a long-term group of MAs, both containing 6 MAs for a total of 12, and is overlaid in the price chart of an asset. Let me check if that's present in ProRealTime. I don't think it is. GMMA indicator. it. So I see that we have it on the ProReal Code forum, so I could just add it quickly and see how that works. Okay, so here it is. First you define 6 fast MAs and then 6 slows. I'm not sure if these are the values you should use, or you can use whatever. 3, 5, 8, 10, and 12, and 15, yeah. 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 60. And it combines them together. Yeah, let's just add it to the price and see what happens. Here we go. GMMA. Okay. Yeah, okay, so this is a indicator I haven't used. You could use it whenever like color turns red. That could mean that the trend is go to bearish, or you could consider looking at where the moving average cross each other, like the fast ones and the short and the slow ones. So here it looks like a ranging market of some sort. Yeah, it looks quite interesting. I haven't tried it myself, but what I could think of is either using it as a way as an entry condition whenever the color changes, meaning that the trend looks more positive, or you could use it like a classic MA crossover strategy, like whenever the slow MAs cross the short MAs or something like that. Maybe I should try to build something on that during this week, and I could get back to you. Looks quite interesting, actually. Maybe I should try to build something out of it now. Yeah, we'll see if we have a couple of minutes by the end of the live stream. Any other questions? Where do I have the chat? What algo you will no longer use from now on? We haven't decided to stop any algos. I think most of them have a fine looking chart. If you go to ProRealAlgos.com/algos, you can actually scroll down and see the results of each individual algo and their equity line since start, i.e. since they were released. And as you can see here, most of the algos are making money over time. We have a few algos that are have not performed, like the CATSM IBM5 algo. It's still on a negative space, and we have had it active for a year or so. The CATS Gold H1 algo has just been live since February 1st, so we need to give that more time. Algos have periods of underperformance as well as overperformance, and yeah, we have also looked at the Prime SP503 algo. This one here, it has had a rough 2 years, but yeah, it's not that far from the all-time high here. So yeah, I think if you go into ProRealAlgos.com/algos, you can find out for yourself that we are not running any algos that hasn't performed for a longer period of time. CATSM3B is another algo that has been active just since February 1st, so we need to give that more time. Yeah, okay, so should we try to build something with the GMMA? I guess we can. Let's try. Let's see what we can do. I'm going to run it on Prime US 100 M2. It's the chart that we have opened. Let's see. Let's run it on 100,000 units or something like that. Here is the code for the GMMA. We can, instead of, let's try a strategy that goes long whenever the color changes to green and exits the trade whenever the color turns to red. It's quite simple one. So buy contracted market and sell at market. Okay, we need to remove the return. Okay, that was horrible. Let's see what we can do to improve it. Let's start by increasing the initial capital. Okay, here we go. Doesn't really look very good, does it? And let's see what it does. Oh, the first thing it does is that it's accumulating orders. So whatever the conditions are true, they will enter a new position, adding another contract whenever the conditions are true. So let's start by removing that by saying that accumulate orders should be false. See what that does. Doesn't really look very good, does it? What else can we do? So apparently it isn't a good strategy to enter a trade whenever the color turns green here. Let's test the opposite, to go short whenever the lines turn red. So it will go short here and it will exit that short position whenever color turns green again. So let's see how that looks. Doesn't look better. We could try a strategy that instead of exiting the trade whenever the lines turn to green, we could make the strategy exit the trade here when the color turns gray. So let's try that. Not that much better. Let's try the complete opposite. Let's go long whenever the lines turn red, and exit the trade whenever the lines turn gray. Now we got something looking a little bit better. We have 397 trades, 71% win rate, 1.31 in profit factor. It's something to start working on, I guess. The equity line looks not very well, but it's at least better than before. So what does it goes long whenever the colors turn red here, and then exit that trade whenever the colors turn gray, which is up here. Let's say that we would want to only enter a position if the daily low is let's do like this. Whenever the daily low of today is bigger than the daily low of yesterday, that could be a condition that could improve this. So if the daily low of today is bigger than the daily low of yesterday, then we enter the trade. So we are just adding one single filter to this and see what happens. Okay, it made it worse. So let's try the complete opposite, to only enter the trade if the daily low of today is actually smaller than the daily low of yesterday. Okay, so yeah, I wouldn't say I like the strategy a lot. The equity looks quite bad. Equity line. What you could do is perhaps add an RSI value, RSI 4 value or RSI 2 value, or something else. Let's try to make an optimization of it. If RSI X is, let's say, it need to be bigger than Y. This is borderline curve fitting, but it could be interesting to see if there is a certain value that it works well with. So I would like to try 3 different RSIs, like RSI 2 up to RSI 30, and I would like to also test RSI 14. So I'll set step interval 2 here, and then I will set 5 to 95 with the step interval of 5. So what this optimization will do is it will check which RSI value is best and what that value should be above. So the optimization engine will generate the best 2 values in combination here. First one is RSI 30. That was one of the values I would like to use. So RSI 30 and RSI 30 value should be above 35. Let's see what that does to the chart. A little bit better, not fantastic, but this is how you can develop an algo. You start by using one indicator, in this example GMMA, then you add an RSI value or whatever, and just add stuff and see what works. But what you should think about is to not add too many indicators and such. Just keep it simple. I would like to try one more thing. I have a code snippet here that improves most strategies. It's quite of I would call it a business secret, but I'm going to show you it now. What you do is you add this code snippet that looks like this. It will generate a certain filter, either one of these filter, depending on which C value you're using. So I'm going to set a C value here of 1 to 16. I'm going to add D-Day as a condition to enter the trade. And now we will probably get something that looks quite alright. Look at this. A little bit better. Perhaps this one is even better than that. It's too few trades. We need more trades than just 59 trades. I'm not sure I like this either. Perhaps the best one is this. It's yeah, looks better and better. It has a 75% win rate, 1.37 in profit factor. Yeah, so I think we got a few other questions. It works well during the US market hours when the market is trending, or the exit not based on the reverse. Exit when it turns green, maybe. Yeah, okay, so that could be a filter that you want to add, like perhaps we should only be allowed to enter trades whenever time is within ordinary market hours. We could try that, like whatever time equals. So I'm on the Swedish time zone, so these opening hour of the US market is at 3:30, and time is less than when does it end? Swedish time, I can't remember. Is it 10 p.m.? Let's try that. Let's remove this code. It didn't improve the strategy, so I wouldn't say that it improved the strategy. Perhaps we could optimize those values as well to see when does it actually work best. So 15:30 to 10 p.m. Let's optimize by an interval of 1000. Let's do the same for Y. Perhaps too many number of combinations, so let's change that to 1 hour per interval. So okay, I think this could this doesn't look good either. It's just also too few trades, I would say. Also, I see that we're only using 50,000 units. Let's increase that to 200,000, see what happens. This could be something. Let's re-optimize it. So what we're optimizing now is between which hours of the day are this system allowed to enter a trade. The X value is from, and the I value is until. So in this combination we see here is from 15:30 until 16:30, meaning that this system would only be allowed to enter trades in that single hour from 15:30 until 16:30. That is Swedish time. So the best combination seems to be perhaps this one from 15:30 until 18:30. It could be that the system actually would work better outside trading hours, but in that case, you would actually need to increase the spread that you are using on the algo. In the backtest. In this backtest, I'm not using any spread at all. We are just playing around now. So this looks pretty good, I would say. We have an equity line that looks quite a lot better. And remember, this is only 1 year, so a equity line here, which is flat, is only for a few months. But let's see how the actual backtest looks. We have a 71% win rate, 1.42% win gain and loss ratio, profit factor. Out of 12 months or 13 months, 2 months are negative. We don't have a stop loss, so that's something to add as well. Let's continue a little bit with this one. So let's keep that. Only allowed to enter trades between 3:30 until 6:30. What else should we add? Perhaps a stop loss. Again, I don't really like to optimize like this, but we are just playing around for fun. Let's make a strategy that have a stop loss between 0.1% until up to 3%, and optimize that with a step interval of 0.1. Let's see if we can improve the strategy by doing that. Okay, so I would say that we are probably not improving the strategy, but we need a stop loss. So let's use a 0.2% stop loss. It's changing the win rate down to 47%, but the equity line actually looks better. So let's keep that. 0.2. Should we add a target profit perhaps? We could add a target profit as well. Let's do that the same way. Let's optimize it from 0.1% until 5%. Okay, let's see. Right, so the best value here was 0.9% target profit. I wouldn't say that it improves the strategy. That didn't make much change at all, I think. So I don't think we should keep it. Perhaps a trailing stop could be of use, or perhaps looking at the other time frame. perhaps we should only enter long positions whenever the daily price is above a moving average of 10 or whatever. We could try that. So let's add that. Or we could do like whenever the hourly time frame, the moving average of the hourly time frame of a period, let's say 10, is below the current price or something like that. We could just try whatever. So day condition average x. Let's use the simple moving average, and let's say that it should be above the price. And then we add that day condition to the code that enters the trade. And let's make an optimization from 1 to let's say 20. One thing you should know is that adding additional time frames to an algo will significantly slow down the backtesting. Yeah, so what we're algo trader is having a suggestion. Can we add another filter when the price is above the SMA 5 on the daily chart? Go long only, and if below, go short only. So that is actually what we're doing now. That is actually exactly what we're doing. That is this part of the code that is here. Or actually, no, we're doing the opposite. We're only exiting, and are allowed to enter a trade when the close is below the average of 4 in this example. That was the best value to use. No, 16 seems to be even better. Let's look at how that chart looks. 16. I don't think I like that. I would instead like to see more trades. We have another example here, which is that we are only allowed to enter trades when the close is below the daily moving average of 10. Looks all right, except these two last trades here. Perhaps 16 is the value we should use. It's still like 534 trades, so it's a lot of trades. Yeah, let's use 16. All right, perhaps. I mean, this is clear the curve fitting. You're not supposed to like be optimizing every single value like this. You are without doubt increasing the risk of overfitting your system. But it can be quite fun to work on this, and also it gives you ideas on how to develop algos. So this system only enters long trades, and it looks quite alright, I think. Could we add something else, or should we just leave it like that? I can send the code in the chat for anyone who wants it. But I like the GMMA. We could probably look into it closer during the week. I think a crossover strategy could be interesting as well. So in this case, like you see the slow MAs here, the red lines here. Whenever the fast MAs here, the gray lines cross over the red lines, that could be a condition to enter a long trade, and the opposite for short trades, like you see here. Yeah, probably we could add some more exit condition. Perhaps we're only allowed to exit the trade if the RSI value is above a certain level. Let's do one of those. So we're only allowed to exit the trade if the RSI value is above a certain value. So let's do an optimization of that as well. 230 to 595. Let's try it out. What is overfeed mean? I actually mean overfit. So overfitting is a term. It's also called curve fitting and overly optimizing, which is the phenomenon where you are adapting your code, adapting your strategy to work as well as possible on historic data. And as you add filters, as you add more code, you are improving the strategy for historic data, but you're actually making the system worse for the future data. I could explain that quite quickly using show you a chart of that. So let's say that you have a system where you are optimizing your strategy for two different variables, which is day and time. So you have day on the X variable and you have time on the Y variable, sorry, on the Y axis. So let's say that there are a couple of possible trades. It looks like this. Let's say that the red trades are losing trades. Looks like this. And the green dots are winning trades. Let's do 5. Let's do 4. So this is the time of day. So let's say that this is 9 a.m., 11 a.m., 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. And this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And let's say that you build a system and you optimize it for historic data. And if you would consider the system a line, your system, as you have 100% optimized it for historic data, should only cross through the winning trades, the green dots. So this is historic data, the left chart here. But let's say that in the future you have a system that actually looks like like this. So this is the future data. Again, the green dots are winning trades and the red dots are losing trades. And you can see that the future data looks quite similar as the historic data. It seems to be a good idea to enter early in the morning, meaning that you should try to enter the trades early in the morning down here in either the first or the second line. But as you have developed a system that is overly fitted for historic data, you will have a system that will look exactly like this for future data. So your system will perform like this on future data. So what you should aim for is to try to make a system with a broad enough brush so that it actually trades like all these lines here, so that you will both hit the winning trades but as well as the losing trades. But if you improve it too much, meaning that you fit the line too much, it will worsen the results of the system in the future. I don't think I made this clear enough. I have a YouTube video on curve fitting that I think you should watch. I can send you the link in the chat, which is it's a short video, but I think it's better explained there. Anyway, yeah, so curve fitting is when you have overly fitted your system for historic data so that it doesn't work on future data. Right, so the optimization just finished. The best value here was to not allow the system to exit the trades unless the RSI 6 value is above 95. So that made the system best. And I think it did improve the system. We have a lot of trades here. I would say that a lot of the winnings here would be eaten up by spreads. We have 157 trades. Okay, so it wasn't that much, but let's see if there is another value that could work even better, like RSI 14 and only allow the system to exit the trade whenever RSI 14 is above 85. Let's see how that affects the results. I don't like it, because I think I liked it better before. Let's look at one more, which is to only allow the system to exit the trade whenever the RSI 12 value is above 90. But now we will only have 30 trades. How does that look? I don't like it either. I think we were better without the RSI 4 condition, so I'll just remove that. And probably I will leave the system for now. We've been talking for about 75 minutes now, and yeah, I will send this code in the chat for anyone who wants it, and I think I will look into it a bit further in the next week. Let's see if we have any more questions. All right, so thank you guys for watching. I think we are done for today. The code goes in the chat now, and the video on curve fitting, overfitting is in the chat in a minute or two. Yeah, I don't need to find it. I will add it into the chat later, so you can go in and watch it. All right, so thank you guys for watching. Next live stream will be on July 7th, which is in exactly 5 weeks from now. If you want me to look at something specific on that live stream, please let me know. Otherwise, I will yeah, just leave it like that for now. thanks, John, for watching, and yeah, I think that's it. All right, so see you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.